Gluteus maximus. The gluteus maximus, okay, it's the butt muscle, the big one that sticks out the back. Our origin for it is going to be along the posterior iliac crest, and it runs down the sacrum. Uh, it inserts the upper one third of the fibers inserts actually into the iliotibial band, and then the lower two thirds of the fibers is going to insert into the gluteal tuberosity of the femur. So what does it do? Well, whenever we look at the line of pull, we can see that it is going to cause extension of the femur. It's going to pull it back. Also, if we look at the orientation of the fibers, as we will here in a second, we'll see that it will cause external rotation. It'll cause the femur to rotate backwards along the outside instead of coming inside. And it's also going to help with some abduction of the femur. So let's pull up the fibers. So we can see right here this line. And this line is the upper one third of the fibers and how it inserts into this iliotibial band. Now the iliotibial band, or IT band, runs from the iliacus down to Gerdy's tubercle distally at the knee. There's two muscles that insert onto it, at least two major muscles, and that's the glute max posteriorly and the tensor fasciae lata anteriorly. And these muscles insert into the iliotibial band, and if they get tight, they could cause some pain or issues distally because the iliotibial band is just essentially a long tendon or long ligament that whenever a muscle gets tight, it's going to pull against that, and that could cause some issues. Now these lower two thirds, as we see here, the upper third, the lower two thirds, we can see the glute medius popping out right there. The lower two thirds are going to insert into the gluteal tuberosity. Now, if we look at the orientation of the fibers, how they're going in this direction, they're turning quite horizontally. That would allow for the external rotation. It'll also allow for some abduction depending on the position of the femur. And of course, how they're also going front to back, they are vitally important in causing extension of the femur for the propulsive forces. So what is its function in athletics? Of course, sprinting, jumping, hopping, cutting. Anything where we're going to have to forcefully do extension of the femur, we are going to be using the gluteus maximus. So some exercises for it. Well, it's going to be anything that extends the hip. We've got the RDLs, good mornings, glute bridges, and there's plenty more. Do not think that this is an exhaustive list by any means. By RDL, we mean the Romanian deadlift, where the hips translate posteriorly, then you contract the glutes and hamstrings and come back up concentrically. We're moving basically backwards and forwards rather than up and down. Good morning, same concept, except for the weight is on the back, and then the glute bridge, of course, both feet are planted on the ground, knees are bent, and your shoulders are either on the ground or on a bench being elevated. You can use resisted, or you can change intensities by changing the point at which where the body makes contact with the ground or bench.